things will get better. You can't leave your life being judged by other people. My father who passed away recently, and at his memorial service, I listened to how people were talking about him and what a wonderful life he had and how he impacted their lives. And I thought to myself, I can't believe this. People came back after my father passed away. He had a wonderful life, right? And people were coming back and talking about what he meant to them. And I thought to myself, what are they going to say about me? What are they going to say about me when I pass away? Am I impacting people? Am I impacting the world I should be? Do I have a message that I want to get out? And that was a good kick in the butt for me from my dad. That was like a final mentoring gift from my father to say, get out and do what you're supposed to do, Paul. I was at Adobe Technology, which was a great company. By the way, you mentioned Adobe software earlier today. I love it. Adobe was a great company. I had a wonderful job leading human resources for a big global division of Adobe. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. I wasn't engaged. I wasn't committed. So I left Adobe and went on my own as a coach to find my voice. And then my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful late sister, who recently just passed away, which was so sudden for all of us in the family. And she's the one that played the advocate for me in terms of helping me find my voice in the recent part of my life. She leaves 7 children. She had 7 children. What a legacy she left. She was such a traveler in life. She never left her hometown, but she had such a traveler mindset. Not the tourist. The tourist is the person who wants everything taken care of. The tourist is the person who lives by an itinerary. The tourist is the person who lives in such a structure. My sister was such a traveler, wanted to enjoy life, wanted to enjoy people. So those are the people in my life that created my voice. And I would challenge all of you, who are the people in your life who are creating your voice? And what are you doing to help people create their voice at the organizations you work at? Scott Friedman and I are on the board of directors of a wonderful foundation that Scott founded about 7-8 years ago called Together We Can Change the World. This foundation, the organization, we focus on providing opportunities for women and children in Thailand and Laos and Cambodia and Malaysia and the Philippines. It was our first tour last January. In fact, that's how we sort of got introduced to Cebu. So we work with projects and institutions and foundations to give women and children opportunities to find their voice, to find a direction in their life. So Together We Can Change the World is tried and true to our hearts of what we do and what we want to do in our lives. So as I conclude, as I say goodbye to all of you today, and take my little cover and say bye-bye, I just want to say it has been an esteemed pleasure to be here. We met Paulette back in, was that January, right? And Paulette was so gracious to us and hosted us for a wonderful lunch with Liz and some other folks. And we had such a wonderful time. And we talked about getting back together at a conference like this. And look, here we all are. Here we all are together. So again, it is my honor to have been able to be in front of you today. You do the beautiful work that is learning and development. You do the beautiful work that helps people with their potential. Never, ever, ever lose sight of that. So go out and find your voice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Paul Larson. And I'd like to challenge the presenters of our token, Liz and Ms. Paulette. And Ma'am Chana, why don't you join? But you have to do the Paul Larson moves. So that you can become, it's so contagious by the way, to present our token of appreciation to Mr. Paul Larson. Wow. At this point in time, we still have everybody rooted in their seats. Thank you so much, Paul.
Well, I was the only thing between me and the drawing. I got that.
Don't worry. Yes. Thank you. And don't leave yet. We're going to raffle off everything that we have here, including the flag of the Philippines. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's no exaggeration. This person is the main reason why we're all gathered here today. Her determination, her energy, and her generosity kept us glued as an organization. And we would like to invite you to join the Philippine Society for Training and Development, Cebu. It is one of the fastest rising organizations, fastest growing organizations. With speakers like Paul and Scott joining us, there's no doubt that this organization will be able to fulfill its dreams. And again, in the name of learning and development, learning and performance, we can actually help change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to welcome, this year, she was recognized as one of the 100 most influential global HR professionals and Filipino Women's Network 100 most influential Filipinas in the world. An honor to welcome Ms. Paulette Liu.
Can you hear me? Today is awesome. Do you feel the same way? Yes. And I hope that when you leave this conference room, you will find your voice. Okay. Despite the VUCA world, we all knew today what VUCA stands for. So it's volatile, uncertain, C, and A, ambiguous. Growth is fast-paced and competition is tough. There's no more static or predictable patterns in business. Yesterday's best practices is now obsolete. Continuous change is now the new norm. L&D plays a very critical role in ensuring the organization is agile and will rapidly embrace disruption. And we hope that today's summit provided you with a different perspective of learning and development to stay relevant in this VUCA world. We must rethink how we can train our leaders so that they can anticipate and react to the nature and speed of change, to make firm decisions without clear directions and certainty, and to navigate through complexity, chaos, and confusion. By providing a focused and positive and flexible learning environment that is connected to a business outcome, learning and development will have a greater value to the organization. Taking advantage of new technologies will help accelerate learning and help us measure the effects quickly and accurately and introduce better development interventions. Learning and development is more than just a training. It is a means to organizational transformation, a culture that will inspire change and drive engagement and retention. The role of L&D is crucial to the creation of a positive work-learning environment in times of continuous change and uncertainty, in foolproofing your organization. Before I end today's summit, I'd like to recognize people who helped me make this summit possible. You see, PSTD is a very lean organization, and we met a lot of challenges while preparing for this conference. We just have 6 core members, and the rest are volunteers. There was so much work to be done, and we thought we could never make it. But then, rooted in our purpose and our passion, overcoming the false limiting belief, the support and cohesiveness of this core group made today's conference possible. PSTD's commitment is to serve the learning development community of Cebu by providing endless learning and development opportunities. You see, Cebu is often deprived or left out in these opportunities. Very often, it's always Manila who gets the first crack of all these opportunities. And we want to bring them to Cebu so that you will be able to take advantage of these learning opportunities. With a deeper sense of purpose, we want to change the learning development landscape by bringing to you the best and the finest in the industry. And this is shown with Scott and Paul and Mike and all the other speakers today. We want to help you find meaning in your everyday challenges, help build you the grit and resilience so that you can turn these everyday challenges into everyday greatness with endless possibilities. This summit was organized not for us, neither is it about us, PSTD. This summit is for you, all of you here, the HR and L&D professionals, who continue to seek better ways to fire the passion in the organizations, to revolutionize learning and development for the new breed of learners and the multi-generational leaders. In PSTD Cebu, service becomes our mantra. We continue to be the game changers in the learning development industry, making Cebu as the training hub of Asia, hopefully. And to create significant changes, we want to create and develop learning communities. But most of all, we want to help you in your journey to make your organizations great. So before I end, I'd like to take advantage of thanking the people who have helped me. You see, without these two very important people, I don't think we'll be able to push through. So I'd like to recognize Scott and Paul. Thank you so much. What really struck us, because aside from these people who are trotting around the globe to do trainings and seminars, they were not there to do marketing, just to train or to enrich themselves, but they were there for a great cause. Just like what Paul said, they were there to support a foundation, which means together we can change the world. That casual conversation over lunch resulted to this summit. Another individual who made it possible also, but he unfortunately had to leave already because he had to catch a flight, is Mr. Yuman Ching. He made it possible for Dr. Paul Stoltz to join us next week. So again, this is not the end of the summit. This is the start of your learning journey. Please join us again next Friday, December 2, to listen to Dr. Paul Stoltz. I would like to express my deepest gratitude also to the other esteemed speakers, Mike, Jik Yong have left, Yuming, for taking time out of their busy schedules and providing valuable insights to the rest of the attendants here. Of course, our sponsors, BDO, Primary Group of Builders, Paramount Insurance, Philmico, Development Dimensions International, Rhea and Ida, have always supported PSTD Cebu ever since. Catley Garden Memorial Park, Pamucor, our official transportation provider, Waterfront Hotel Lahu, Virginia Foods, our media partners, Sunstar Cebu Daily News, and Cebu General Services. And of course, to all of you who are here now, who took the time to want to learn about learning and development. And of course, the most important is the PSTD Corps. They were there with us to thick and thin. They never stopped supporting and ensuring that this will really happen. And we finally did it. Congratulations, team. And I'd like them to come up on stage to be recognized. Liz Suarez, President. Jovenir Pataycan. Shona Sejas. Rick Salikaway. Yen Libre. Arsangan. And Gina Lawson who have joined us. These are the very people who made this conference possible today. I think they deserve a round of applause. I'd also like to thank the volunteers, Rovi, Nori, Jackie, Jean, Ruby, Marco, Arnel, Dodette, Cheryl, Lizelle, Sharma, Hazel, Trisha, Karen, and Janina, and Christelle. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. Hope to see you next Friday. Scott, Paul, and Mike, can we request you to please join us here on stage?
please don't leave yet. We're going to raffle off things, and our authors will be signing their books on stage. So if you have copies of their books, perfect time to have those signed. Thank you so much.